A day after IIT Delhi followed IIT Kanpur's way against the proposed common entrance test, the Human Resource Development Ministry has called a meeting of the IIT Councils to discuss that situation. The uncertainty faced by the student community needs to be addressed, said Mr. Sibal's statement. Can this long-running standoff actually be resolved? That's the question we're asking tonight.
We are still confused about what is the exact format.
I think a lot of things can go wrong. It's very unfair with us because we have been told by only 6 months are left for IIT and we are telling that you have to prepare for your boards also.
A spiralling row between the IITs and the HRD ministry over the entrance exam format. Caught in the middle, millions of IIT aspirants. Now IIT Delhi has gone the way of IIT Kanpur and said it will hold its own entrance tests instead of going with the government's new one nation, one test format, which gives equal weightage to class 12 marks. Sensing the popular sentiment among the IIT senates, a worried HRD ministry has called a special IIT Council meeting on 27 June. The ministry says the uncertainty faced by the student community over the decisions of IIT Kanpur and IIT Delhi has to be addressed.
See, our biggest concern were the students. But what we have done is, that is why we have said that the exam which will be conducted will be similar to the ones which have been conducted till now.
Under the new format set to kick in from next year, there will be 2 tests, main and advanced, on the same day. The main test will be multiple choice. 50,000 students will be shortlisted on the basis of their class 12 scores and the main test. And the shortlisted students will make it to the advanced tests. The IIT Senates rejected it despite the minister denying any dissent.
This is not the minister's decision. This is a decision of the unanimous decision of the council.
No, we are not very trustful also in that way, because the way minister has done on 11th April and now, there is a really great amount of distrust or mistrust among the faculty. All the senators unanimously felt this is the impingement on the autonomy of IITs.
The minister's logic is to make sure students don't undermine class 12 boards and reduce the dependence on expensive tutorials. But few, including students, see reason in that.
Mental aptitude and good questions. Solving a very easy board question has no relation with IIT.
But now we just have this one exam. Either we perform or we don't. Yeah. So it's rather an increase in the stress level, I think.
Well, the idea behind the new entrance format was to ease the burden on students appearing for a number of exams for engineering colleges. Now, this very idea has become the source of stress. With camera person Fahad, Ume Kulsum, NDTV.
Well, joining me on that discussion tonight, Professor Sharit K. Das, Professor of Mechanical Engineering and President of the IIT Madras Faculty Association. Here in the studio in Delhi, Professor Sanjeev Sanghi, President of the Faculty Forum of IIT Delhi. From Patna, joining us tonight, Anand Kumar, who's the founder of the coaching institute, the Super 30, and Ashok Malik also continues to be with us. Sanjeev Sanghi, if I can begin with you, we've heard IIT Kanpur saying they oppose that one nation, one test plan. They want their own exam. Now Delhi is saying that they do too. A lot of students are just confused at this point. Does this mean that every IIT will now have its own entrance test? And does this now mean like a multitude of exams? Because I thought the entire point about the one nation, one test was to reduce the number of exams people would have to face.
No, see, what has happened is that IITs do not, the IITs which have said no, they do not believe that the test which has been proposed by IIT Council or MHRD is a proper test. We think that there are enough shortfalls in the test. So we have not decided.
What is the problem with the test? Because I think that's not been gone into with any great degree of depth.
Yeah, no, I think that we have discussed many times. But see, what they are doing is they are adding percentile marks to the actual marks, 50% percentile marks of board exams plus 50% of the performance in the first test. Now, adding these two things is totally illogical, because percentile tells you the rank, other tells you how much you have performed. So, either we normalize these things properly, and this cannot be done till we have studied things on the basis of some data. So, what is happening is some sort of a bargaining chip seem to be happening, that okay, somebody said 40, somebody said 50, acha chalo 50-50 le lo. Things like this were happening there.
So, you're saying you have a problem with a compromise formula that's been floated at this point also?
The compromise formula is something very different, and we'll have to see the formula. I think they are saying that dealing the two. The board exams will be just, you choose the top 20% of the board students. So, there is no addition being done.
So ideally, in your case, would you just want to go back to the earlier joint entrance exam? Do you believe that that was the perfect format?
No, what we are saying is there were shortcomings with that test. That's why we wanted a new one. But since we have not been able to work out anything proper, at least for 2013, we should stick to the old test. And let us work out a new format, new problem, new test properly. See, what my biggest objection to all this is that the council has been insisting the change has to come from 2013. What is so sacrosanct about 2013? Did JEE 2012, were there a lot of problems? I don't think so. So now, when you want to make a change of such a big magnitude, it is not a small tweak.
Do you have the NDTV Profit app? All the markets, all the news and your own homemade, ready-made portfolio available there for you.
We will right now answer what you should sell, what you should buy when markets are down.
Download at ndtvprofit.com/apps. Get the best app from the channel you trust.